level, who you want next?
Look, if y'all don't know, even after I beat Tank, I'm gonna go back down to 130 and handle some smoke that I got down there at 130. All the champions I got smoke with.
Beat his ass.
You can't do shit. Wait, I don't give a fuck.
I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
We got the whole hood over there, Tank.
Like, twist it up. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Y'all can do whatever y'all want. My mother, he can't stop nothing.
Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach have cranked up the intensity as their showdown draws closer. At first, fans weren't too thrilled about the matchup, but the hype has definitely taken over. Now, everyone is eager to see this battle between champions, super featherweight versus lightweight. Tank, just like in his past fights, has made one thing clear: he's coming for the knockout.
All the champions. I wanted to unify at least one belt at 130.
Okay.
So whoever the champion is, whoever the champions are, hopefully I can just line them up and then take them out. It's good fights. The champions are Lomachenko, Shakur.
Tank didn't hold back when he warned Lamont Roach, saying, "I'll break you up. Keep your mother and your kids at home." The last fighter, he said that to never made it past the 9th round. He was knocked out cold in the 8th by a crushing shot from Tank. This fight has even more heat behind it, especially with revenge in the mix. Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach may come from different weight classes, but they know each other all too well.
Not at all.
Tell him I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's gonna get f***ed up over here. What do I look like getting f***ed up?
This matchup brings back memories of Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, their first pro fight after 6 amateur battles, where they each won 3. In this case, Lamont Roach and Tank Davis have fought twice, with Tank winning both. Now, Roach is out for revenge, especially for one fight where he feels the judges robbed him. Another layer of intrigue is Tank's claim that this fight marks the beginning of the end. If the boxing world is to believe him, he's made up his mind to retire this year.
I'm closing up. Gotta let it go. Keep turning, step around.
In all honesty, Lamont Roach needs boxing fans to give him the benefit of the doubt to boost his confidence and help him chase the ultimate goal, a victory over Tank to claim the WBA title on fight night. Recently, Roach watched some of Tank's training footage and took to X, tweeting "easy work there," before quickly deleting it.
A guy from Ukraine, Denis Baranchik or something like that.
Okay. I feel like you and Shakur is a really... I think people in the comments are actually wanting that fight, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that'd be a good fight.
Yeah, it'd be a great fight.
Yeah, they could fight. Shakur can boogie for sure.
It was a random tweet that only those following his posts or watching Tank's training footage would fully understand. Just before that, Roach had replied to a fan who wrote, "We are whipping DC bum for the rest of the year. Ravens today, Tank in December." Roach responded, "This stuff is different over here," making it clear he doesn't see himself as another victim of Tank when they finally step into the ring. All of this led up to his tweet about Tank's training, showing that Roach has work to do in hyping himself up. He's in a position where he needs to focus on the gym and securing a big payday, which means stirring up attention, making an impression, and dragging Tank into a serious feud. If you ask me, Roach should focus entirely on training, sharpening his skills, and fixing any weaknesses as he prepares for the biggest fight of his career. But it seems he has a different approach, choosing to start a social media war with Tank instead. Despite holding the WBA super featherweight title, fans weren't too excited about this matchup at first. However, both fighters turned up the hype by going back and forth on X, with Roach trying to troll the WBA lightweight champion, only to get a sharp response in return.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just in height and stature. He was, technically bigger than Tank C. But Tank is comfortable at 135, so I don't blame him for fighting that way. But he's not a big 35. I don't see why people would like, oh, you brought up a smaller guy, woo-de-woo, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like.
The exchange began when heavyweight boxer Marcellus Williams asked Tank about the camp fees to spar with him, hoping to sharpen his skills and make the opportunity count. But before Tank could respond, Lamont Roach Jr. jumped in, replying, "He gonna need to spar you, bro." No funny. Tank immediately questioned what Roach meant, and instead of explaining himself, Roach quoted a fan's reaction that broke it down for him. Roach quoted a fan's reply that read, "Translation, you need to spar someone heavy, 'cause he is coming with it," clarifying the meaning behind his tweet. According to the fan, the undefeated 30-0 Tank should be sparring bigger opponents to prepare for their December fight. While Tank might see this as an easy matchup, Roach sees it as his chance to make a name for himself and boost his stock in the boxing world.
Me personally, I'm not stunned that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep saying that. They're going to keep saying that. You know what I'm saying? I fight at 130 because that's what I campaigned at. That's where I started my career. That's where I campaigned. That's why I worked my way up to a world title. And that's what I was going to do. My plan was always to move up to 35 and win another title. So
Tank didn't let the disrespect slide and fired back, saying, "I advise you not to talk so much. It can be bad for you. You know that already though, yo." He made it clear that Roach should save the talking for the ring, not social media, and warned him about the consequences of making the WBA lightweight champion angry. From there, the exchange escalated as Roach clapped back, insisting he wasn't like the other fighters Tank had faced. Over the years, Tank has faced criticism for handpicking his opponents. Roach took a shot at him, tweeting, "You must think I'm one of those regular guys you fought or something else. Cut it out, Measy." He wanted to make it clear that this fight would be different. Despite coming from a lower weight class, Roach is determined to prove himself and shock the world. Tank, however, kept his response measured, making it known that he would let his fists do the talking in the ring.
Does that add anything to it?
no, not necessarily. I think maybe for the outside. I think maybe it's for the outside. I think the fire is the competitiveness between us both already, that we competed twice before in 2 close fights in the amateurs, and that you know what I'm saying, like.
He quoted Reaper's tweet with a simple, "Say nothing," making it clear he sees himself above the WBA super featherweight champion. This back and forth online has added some excitement to the fight, which is set for 135 pounds with the WBA lightweight title on the line. Lamont Roach is a solid fighter, technically sharp and championship level, but for a Tank Davis pay-per-view event, I'd rather see someone who delivers explosive performances at the highest level or at least has a big personality. Like it or not, Davis is a proven PPV star. I didn't agree with most of his fights being on PPV, but at this point, he's firmly established there. What's been missing is the right level of opposition to justify those PPV prices. Roach is a good fighter, but he hasn't reached the top, and he doesn't have the kind of personality to make up for it. He's found success at super featherweight, but it took time. If he had multiple title defenses, a fight with Davis would make more sense, but he's only defended his belt once against Fergal MCC. We've seen Davis in this type of matchup before, like against Hector Luis Garcia, who, after getting stopped by Davis, only lost a split decision to Roach. But that's how the PPV model works. Once a fighter reaches that level, they stay on PPV no matter who they're facing.
To get your thoughts, I appreciate you coming out. I wanted to get your thoughts, Danny, on the Tank Roach thing. So, just your thoughts on the fight in general.
Frank Martin, one of Davis's past opponents, is also a solid fighter, but unlike Roach, he's already proven himself at lightweight. He was lined up to face Shakur Stevenson and had put on some strong performances, which built intrigue around him at the top level. There's no doubt Davis is elite, and that's exactly why the way his opponents are chosen can be frustrating.
Calm down, brother. Come to the fight. Come to the fight. They probably gonna get you fucked up. Look, fool.
It's also worth noting that Roach, despite being well respected by those who know him, isn't a big super featherweight. He still seems capable of defending his WBA title at 130, while Davis is an incredibly strong lightweight. When it comes to fight build-ups, Davis usually stays quiet until something sets him off, then he gets heated and starts throwing insults. We saw it with Frank Martin when he took things to another level, threatening to take Martin's girlfriend. Lamont Roach has now gotten a taste of the Tank Davis drama. After saying he'd whoop Davis, Tank fired back, promising, "I'm going to chop, bob, and weave. I'll end it in the 9th round." I like exposing fighters who aren't what they claim to be. People doubted me when I won my first title, but let's see how this really goes. The build-up continued as boxing superstar and WBA lightweight champion Tank Davis went face-to-face with red-hot WBA super featherweight champ Lamont Roach at a press conference in Brooklyn. The event set the stage for their lightweight world title showdown, headlining a PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video, live from Barclays Center on Saturday, March 1st.
All right, guys, turn around, face the camera, please. Right in the front, right here. Right here in the front, please. Lamont right here. Lamont down here, please.
5-time, 3-division world champion Tank Davis is back at Barclays Center, the same venue where he set records for the highest-grossing and most-attended boxing event with his knockout of Rolando Romero in May 2022. At the press conference, Davis and Roach reignited their rivalry, which goes all the way back to their amateur days, and both promised an explosive showdown on March 1st. The press tour continues Thursday with a public press conference in Washington, D.C.
What? I say 9th round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling him.
Tank Davis said, "The energy here is incredible. I won my first championship in this building, and I've got more fans in New York than almost anywhere else. New Yorkers bring great energy. Lamont's got skills, even at a lower weight class. He's one of the guys I came up with in boxing, and he's still doing his thing. He's a legit opponent, and people will see that on March 1st. But we'll have to test his chin. He might think my past opponents didn't have chins, but we'll find out. I say leave the kids at home for this one." Roach, on the other hand, made his stance clear. "I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe I was going to win. I've hurt everyone I've shared the ring with, and this fight won't be any different."
You going down in a night? You know that power curry late.
I know you got some sneaky power. That's what I do know.
What?
Who said that? You said
My
what?
man.
This is a huge opportunity, and we're going to seize it. Everyone knows what I'm here to do. If you don't, you'll find out soon. I'm going to show what happens when two real fighters step in the ring together. My team built my career from the ground up. I've had the same team since I turned pro, and we've always taken the right fights to move forward. I worked my way to the #1 contender spot, took a loss, and bounced back. We have a common opponent in Hector Luis Garcia, and I beat him easily. The Frank Martin fight was easy for Tank, but it is what it is. Frank was inexperienced and nervous. This fight is different. When I'm in there, Tank is going to be facing a different kind of fighter. It's a big jump from fighting in the amateurs to fighting now. We've both evolved, added new skills, and do different things in the ring. Sure, there might be some habits we remember, but on the big stage, that won't matter. I don't care about being the underdog or the favorite. Either way, I'm coming to win." With all the talk about Tank's choice of opponent, Roach made sure to get his message across when he took the mic.
What? Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for the niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want back? How much you want back? Just call it out. Huh? 100? That's a bet.
"This is a huge opportunity, and we're going to take full advantage of it," Roach said. "Everybody knows what I'm here to do. If you don't, you're in for a surprise. I know Tank won't be surprised. I actually think he took this fight because of all the talk from the naysayers. People have been questioning this matchup, and I think he wants to prove himself against a real dog. So, I'm going to show everyone what happens when two dogs step in the ring together. And trust me, I'm going to be the one coming out on top." When it was Tank's turn to speak, he kept it short. "I'm excited to be part of this, and come March 1st, it's going to be a great event. Right now, I'm not really into all the back and forth, I'm just locked in. But on fight night, it'll be a show. Same results, y'all just have to wait and see. We've got 3 months to prepare, and it's going to be a good one."
Fight against Lamont Roach. I know there were reports of a potential fight with Lomachenko. Obviously, that fell through. What made Lamont Roach the next logical choice for you in your next fight?
He has skills. even though he's at a smaller weight class.
At that point, both fighters sat down for a Q&A session to dive deeper into the fight and everything surrounding it. Here are a few key moments from the discussion. Tank on why the Lomachenko fight didn't happen and why Roach was the next logical choice. He's got skills, even though he's coming up from a smaller weight class. I feel like Lamont is one of the guys I came up with in boxing, and he's still going strong. A lot of the guys we started with aren't really in the picture anymore, so people might not know him like that, but he's definitely got the skills. He's a real opponent. Roach on how his style will be different from what Tank has faced before. When it comes to skill, I bring a lot to the table. I can adapt, I can fight in different styles, and I'm tough, gritty, and smart. Whatever I need to do, I'll pull it out of my bag of tricks. The rest of the guys Tank fought were either one-trick ponies or just didn't have enough.
I actually started with, came up with in the sport of boxing.
Tank Davis made a bold statement during the press conference, saying, "After next year, I'm out of the sport," confirming his plans to retire at the end of 2025. Before that, he's set to face his old amateur rival, Lamont Roach, on March 1st at Brooklyn's Barclays Center. Known for his devastating knockouts, Davis has always found ways to shock fans, whether inside the ring or with his comments outside of it. While many expected him to be more active after resolving his legal troubles, he has only fought once since then, defeating Frank Martin in June. Despite rumors of a busier schedule, his return kept getting delayed, and now it seems he may be preparing for a permanent exit. Instead of focusing on building his legacy further, Tank appears to be looking at an early retirement, leaving fans wondering if they've seen the last of him at his peak.
Martin press conference, it looked like you were the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because...
When asked about his 2025 schedule, Tank Davis wasted no time hinting at retirement, saying, "After next year, I'm out of it, out of the sport." His declaration didn't sit well with fans, who have already grown frustrated with his limited activity in recent years. Many took to the comment section to voice their disappointment, questioning his commitment to the sport. One fan pointed out the confusion, asking, "Thought he had a 7-fight deal?" Meanwhile, others defended his decision, arguing that his health comes first. "Health is wealth," one fan wrote, suggesting that Tank's aggressive fighting style may not allow for a long career. While some remain critical of his lack of urgency to cement his legacy, others see his early exit as a smart move.
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to...
you think you might regain the love for it, though? You never know. Like you said, you got to squawk today. Okay.
Boxers often face serious health issues after retiring, including severe headaches, sciatica, and other long-term effects from years of punishment in the ring. Given Davis's high-paced, aggressive style, he could be at risk for similar consequences. Despite his dominance, he has yet to face the top names in the lightweight division, aside from Ryan Garcia. With growing pressure to fight elite opponents like Shakur Stevenson, fans are expecting more from him. If he avoids those challenges, he risks losing their support over time. That's all for now. For the best boxing updates, breaking news, and exclusive content, subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat. Until next time, peace out.